It's all comedy in theory. We can laugh at what we need. It's all comedy in theory.
In the late 1890s, Cal Stewart, of no relation to Jon Stewart of The Daily Show, or Cal University from universities Charlie Spink did not get into, Bert Williams, of no relation to Ted Williams or Bert from Sesame Street, although Spike Jones, of no relation to Spike Lee or Spike TV, the 1959 album of sketch comedy tracks Inside Shelley Berman, of no relation to Inside Amy Schumer, George Jessel, of no relation to Anthony Jeselnik. Cal Stewart was a vaudeville comedian and humorist. Around 1897, Thomas Edison Studios hired him to cut several cylinder recordings. Side note for the comics out there, if a red light bulb went off in Thomas Edison's head while he was at a comedy club, then the comedian on stage was sure that they only had 2 minutes left. Bob Newhart, known for his deadpan comedic style, created an intentional stammer. Think of Hugh Grant, well, but without, being, of course, British, and also not being, particularly handsome. Nichols and May grew in fame quickly. In 1962, for John F. Kennedy's birthday, they performed alongside Marilyn Monroe. They blew him away about a year before a bullet came along and made this joke very insensitive. Jonathan Winters was an American comedian, actor, author, television host, and artist. When Winters was young, alone in his room, he created characters and developed a repertoire of strange sound effects. When I was a teenager, I would also lock myself alone in my room, and when my parents asked what I was doing, I'd say, "Making characters! Now go away! Sorry, that's a character I called Sir Comes Too Quick." Carl Reiner and Mel Brooks released several iconic comedy albums, beginning with The 2,000-Year-Old Man. When the album came out, we weren't sure whether everybody was going to like it. I gave my neighbor, Cary Grant, a record and said, "This new record came out. You may like it." He came back a week later and said, "Can I have 2 dozen?" I said, "What are you going to do with them?" He said, "I'm going to take them to England." "You'll take these to England?" He said, "Yeah, they speak English there." All right, now I'm ruining that by laughing at that.
No, you should laugh at it.
All right.
It's a comedian saying.
It's a comedian saying something funny. He came back and said she loved it. And I said, "Who?" And he said, "The Queen Mother." I said, "You played this in Buckingham Palace?" He said, "Yes." And then Mel says, "Well, if the biggest shitska in the world loves it, we're home free." Shiska. I know that's a Jewish term. Shiksa. And Mel says, "Well, if the biggest shitska in the world loves it, we're home free."
It's not a shitsa. It's not a shih tzu.
If the biggest shih tzu loves it,
Shick.
If the biggest shick razor can shave it. And then Mel says, "Well, if the biggest shitska in the world..." I'm just saying it right. Shiksa. "Well, if the biggest shitska in
Hit the K hard.
Shiksa. "Well, if the biggest shitska in the world loves it, we're home free." That's right. Pronunciation 101. Who passed with a C? This guy. Unfortunately, in 2018, Cosby was convicted of a number of sex offenses, some of them dating back to 1965. He is now serving his sentence in Pennsylvania. Just hey, don't take a drink from him, fellas. Jackie Moms Mabley came out of a lesbian. That'd be weird. I don't know how that conception process worked. Jackie Moms Mabley came out as a lesbian at the age of 27, becoming the first openly gay comedian. Now, it's an industry standard. If you're a lady and you tell jokes, whew, I sure hope you like vaginas in your face. That's not going to be in there. Mabley adopted the name Moms and the appearance of a toothless, bedraggled? Bedraggled, hey, let's go for it. That's a crazy adjective. As a toothless, bedraggled... It's just a fun word. I like the syllables.
It's like bedazzled.
Yeah.
Draggled.
You're dragging. I'm dazzled by how draggleful you are. It's like a cross-dressing dragon, really.
Exactly.
Talk about fierce fire, honey. Thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to get more. It's all comedy in theory. I'm Charlie Spink, and you're very welcome.
It's all jokes, it's all good. It's all jokes, it's all good. Comedy, baby. Ha!